Have you ever read The Best But? Ephesians chapter 2 is one of my favourite chapters in the whole Bible. It's been my favourite chapter now for about 10 years and I don't see that changing. Even though your favourite verses tend to change sometimes, this one has always been a constant favourite of mine. Why? Because in my opinion, it contains one of the best buts in the entire Bible. In the first section of Ephesians chapter 2, it tells us what we were like before we became a Christian. It tells us that we were dead in our sins. It tells us that we were following the prince of the power of the air. It tells us that we were on the path to destruction. Then in verse 4 comes the best but. It says, but God. Even in spite of the fact that we were on the road to destruction, in spite of the fact that everything was going against us, in spite of the fact that we were fully against God and following our own passions and desires, in spite of that, but God, being rich in mercy because of the great love with which He loved us, made us alive together with Him. By grace you have been saved, through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. That has to be one of the best buts in the entire Bible. The fact that even though we were dead in our sins, even though every person born on this earth is born dead in sin, but God, because He loved you so much, because He is so rich in mercy, He can make you alive together with Him. How amazing is that? Sometimes as Christians, we lose sight of that fact. Sometimes as Christians, we grow numb to the fact that God made us alive together with Him. Sometimes as Christians, we can even turn our back on it and think that we've done something great ourselves and that it's all about us and not about God. Maybe you're not a Christian today, and this is the first time you're hearing that in spite of everything that you've done wrong in your past, in spite of what you've ever come through, but God has a great love for you, a great love that's almost painful for you. He so desires a relationship with you that He sent His Son to die for you. That's what we celebrated a few weeks ago at Easter time. The fact that Jesus loved us with so great a love that He sent His Son to die for you. But God, it's one of the best buts in the entire Bible. Let's never lose sight of the fact that even though we were dead in our sins, God made us alive together with Christ. And not only that, He's raised us up to be seated with Him in heavenly places. How amazing is that? Let's not lose sight of it. Read it again. Ephesians chapter 2 verses 1 to 10. Go and read it tonight and read about the best but in the entire Bible. You won't regret it. And let's reaffirm to ourselves that Jesus paid it all for us. Thank you so much for watching us again this week. It's so good to have you along. Please comment, like and share, and we will see you again next week. See ya.